What's going on, folks? Stobe the Hobo here in Denver. About to commence another episode. I've been here at my Denver Rocky Mountain West crash pad for a while, and it's starting to get cold, getting into October. It means it's time to head south. So the plan is as follows. Depart Denver on the next BNSF General Manifest Freight going south. Take that train as far as Amarillo. Probably get off, check out the town, get another train to Fort Worth, hang out there for some amount of time, and then continue on to Houston. So unfortunately, this is a line that's definitely got some BS on it. I've gone as far as Amarillo before in the past, and it can be dreadfully slow getting down there from Denver. Additionally, Amarillo, last time I was there, I couldn't find beer. I couldn't find it. I walked everywhere in the town. Obviously it's somewhere, but just to be safe, I'm bringing enough beer to get to Fort Worth, so I'm packing a 30 pack. It's just been a common theme in a lot of my recent trips that I've run out of beer and alcohol way too soon on the trip. So just in case that 30 pack isn't enough, I've got this fifth of cheap Grand Marnier knockoff orange liqueur. That is harsh, but it's good. It's starting to get chilly out here. It's gonna hang out, hunker down until the train comes across that bridge over there, if you can see it. Hopefully not significant delay of the trip, I think, is about to happen. All indications are the train's only going to Pueblo. That's 120 miles south of Denver. Looking at the train, it's pretty clear. It's got just a bunch of hoppers it's got scrap metal gondolas. I think it's got some coke cars. And they're all just going to the big steel plant down here. About marooned here, there's a spot where the ones that keep going south go slow. The main problem is that we're off the track where those are going to be coming through. The main logistical problem is how to get the 30 pack. Yep, here we are. Coming to a stop in Pueblo. Ridiculous. Silly train. Not what I wanted to happen. So as you can see, this train, it doesn't really have the look of the Texas train that I've seen. It doesn't got any lumber. So I gotta walk 3 miles to Pueblo Junction where the trains from the north go slow enough to get back on. Could be a long wait. So this is Pueblo here.
Pueblo is the most dangerous city in Colorado.
Not a whole lot to see. Just walking over to the junction. I gotta say, this idea with the 30 pack, it seemed real brilliant at the time, but carrying this thing around is starting to really get me fatigued. So far the train gods are not delivering on this trip. The idea was to get one train to Amarillo, and now I don't even know if I can get on a moving train with the 30 pack. So if you're ever stuck in Pueblo, you just get down to Pueblo Junction. I mean, there's I-25. These tracks here, that direction, that's south, that's north to Denver. A little further down there, you got a split where southbounds are gonna go to La Junta and then northbounds come in from Trinidad. NSF uses directional running through here, and that means that there's 2 main lines totally separated. Southbounds to Amarillo take La Junta and then Boise City, and then from Amarillo, northbounds go Dalhart and then follow Highway 287 up to Trinidad, and then they converge here. I don't know who left this couch here, but I really appreciate it. That's made this day bearable. I gotta say, a 30 pack, that's now the minimum amount of beer I'm gonna be bringing on any trips. It seems like a lot when you're carrying it, but then when you're here, hanging out on this couch all day waiting for a train, it really ends up not being that much beer. Anybody who thinks this hobo lifestyle is somehow glorious has no idea what they're talking about. I've been waiting here for 10 hours, just here. Does this look like a fun spot to just hang out for 10 hours? And if you leave, you know the train's gonna show up. So I've been here and the train hasn't showed up. And now this guy, we'll see what this is. It's probably just another coal. Well, I'm about to just declare this line out of service. I mean, it seems like you got less than 1 train a day that's rideable going south here. That's just not worth it to me. I don't have the energy. I don't have the drive to just sit around this amount of time. Well, it's freaking almost the middle of the night, and finally here comes a darn train. Got finally out of Pueblo, heading east to La Junta. A couple hours later, pulling into La Junta for the crew change. A very important issue I was going to mention is 1 train a day on this line does go KC. Up ahead, we've got this fork. It's called Las Animas Junction, and some of the trains go to KC. The majority go right and down to Texas. However, it's not impossible that this could go to KC, and I'm prepared for that. The train appeared to be leaving, and then here we are backing up into this yard, deep into these yard tracks, and that means one of 2 things. We're picking up another car on the back of the train, or the train is dead-ended here in La Junta. And the way things have been going, I'm gonna guess it's the second option. Quick update. This is La Junta. There's just impossible to get any kind of luck or momentum going on this trip. Here's the train. It's broken in half in the yard here. Eventually they'll put it back together. But it's clear that this is like the lowest priority you can get. And that these days it just seems BNSF, it's like annoyed. They're annoyed when a train needs to be sent, because they sent it 50 miles from Pueblo, and now it's broken up here. Got coming in is coal. Well, I don't want to ride in the coal, although I may have to. I'm starting to reconsider riding in the coal, because I haven't even gone 170 miles, and we're coming on 2 days since I left. That's nuts. And what does that mean? Maybe I'm nuts. Well, this is La Junta, and I might have made a mistake in thinking that anything other than coal comes through here. There's no reason to ever come to this town, honestly. I can't wait to get out of here, and there's no way to get out of here other than on a train. So I'll be here for the foreseeable future. Alright, it's like 7:30 p.m. in La Junta. I'm still here. And we've got this train that just came in, and looks like the positive luck continues. Not a single rideable car on it. The train gods are not performing so far. 48 hours since I got to the tracks in Denver, and I'm still well inside Colorado. I'm about ready to wimp out, and we may see a new side of Stobe the Hobo, where Stobe the Hobo gives up. I don't need to do the train. If the train is not here, and I mean a train that's gonna get me a long distance into Texas, by tomorrow at 7 something, when the Amtrak comes, I'm out of here on there, and I'm just gonna wimp out and not ride trains on this trip. Darkest hours of the night. Finally, freaking finally, we got a train that I think is going the way I'm hoping. I gotta be honest, this trip is just not going off to the best start. We got empty hot asphalt car here. It looks like the only ride that I really can choose from is this Grainer with the filthy freaking porch. You can see in here, it looks like it's bentonite, which is used in cat litter. It's covered with it, but it's either this or nothing. Or basically become a home guard in La Junta. Positively too much time here in La Junta. Adios! Never coming back to this town, ever on the train. Alright, we're coming up to the fork, where the train is either going to go to Amarillo or it's going to go to KC. This prison. Maximum looking security prison here. It's so nice to be looking outside in at that place. Alright, we're at the fork, and I'm seeing that we're turning right, so finally some good luck. Definitely one of the nicer sunrises I've seen out here in the plains. I'm not sure if we're into Oklahoma yet at this point. As you can see, this is a good spot to not get marooned. Fortunately, you have this road, but large stretches of this route are totally out here in the prairie. Nothing but rattlesnakes, antelope, and it is dry. This is about the driest prairie you'll find. Probably a couple inches of rain a year, just barely not a desert. Well, this is looking like FNBS again. Train number 3 not going the entire distance. We got this siding here. This is a one-way only track right here, going through down into the Panhandle. And there's no reason we're taking this siding other than to just sit here for a really long amount of time, and other trains are going to pass from the north. At least there's a road and I can hitchhike. This is absurd. Well, I just gotta say, I recommend to anybody to take your kids' college fund, your entire life savings, and put them into put options on BNSF Railroad. This is not a serious railroad anymore. So let me explain how this works. This is a south only line through here. It's called directional running. We're stopped on the siding, tying the train down. What does that mean? We're not waiting for another train to go past, because no trains go north through here. The train is stopping here because there's no hurry at all to get it to the next crew change. In a normal, rational world, the way this has gone is the trains go with one crew straight to Amarillo, put on another crew, keep going. That's not what's happening anymore. I would like to point out, this is October 25th right now, and I think 5 days ago, Union Pacific had its quarterly earnings, and they were 5th consecutive quarter of declines in just about everything. The stock took a pretty big drop after that earnings report. And there's something going on today in the economy. I came through here in 2007, and it seemed busier than this. There's the crew van right there. There he is. He's taking the conductor who is putting the train onto the siding up here, and they're gonna pick up the engineer, and they're gonna leave this train and me for, it could be an entire day.
Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? We're some real pretty shit now, man!
I'm gonna hitchhike, obviously, and I gotta say, I don't know if I'm gonna do any more trains to Fort Worth, and I may just get the Greyhound from Amarillo to Fort Worth. I can't do it anymore. You gotta be way more hardcore than I am to keep doing trains in this instance. This is stranded out here. There's nothing here. There's no stores, nothing at all. So if I don't get picked up hitchhiking, that's gonna be a problem. And 10 minutes later, getting passed from the back by a stack train. I don't know what this new train is. It's got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16 cars. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, man. I'm really not happy about this. I'm out here hitchhiking. I've had no luck. I've been alternating between just taking naps in the bushes. I mean, the sun is intense out here. You got bugs, dust storms from whatever this operation is here behind the train. It's pretty clear. I mean, this has the same look as the other 2 trains I've been dead-ended on. We got a couple coal cars, we got a ton of tankers, very little wood. Quick update, things are moving fast here. I'm now in Stratford. I just hitchhiked down here. And what we've got is a UP main line crossing this useless BNSF. So here, this is BNSF. Oh yeah, here's Stratford. If you can't make it to Stratford, England, here's Stratford, Texas. We got a UP train stop down here. I get on this and problem solved. I've got to get on this train. I have to get on it. I've got to walk about a half a mile out. This is all happening at a real fast pace. If I get this train, I'm gonna just take a completely different route, and it's gonna take more miles. But unless it's the same BS as on this other track, it's gonna be faster. Oh, it feels so nice to be moving again. Heading now northeast on Union Pacific out of Stratford. Just when things couldn't get worse, they improved. This is the same line I rode the other direction from Harrington and Denver, Salina, El Paso. Couple of days, I'm super dirty. I'm so tired of those BNSF or FNBS trains, as they're going to be called from now on. This is going to take things quite a distance out of the way, but I think it's going to be on trains that move, and so it's going to be totally worth it. Back in Oklahoma Panhandle here, surprisingly warm for October. It's got to be like 75 right now.